Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you one very beautiful opening by black pieces. How can you attack white's king very easily, and how you can make very fun game in the start in the opening. So the opening is starting with pawn e4, then black is playing pawn d6. This is also called like pierce defense or Philidor. d4, white is taking center, we are developing our knight, and also we are attacking the pawn in the center on e4. White is defending that pawn with a knight, so now we can't capture that pawn because it's defended by the white's knight. And after that we are developing our knight on d7 with idea of breaking the center with e5. White is casually developing his knight on f3, normal developing move. We are also striking in the center with a pawn e5. And now white has a lot of options how he can develop, but in this video I'm gonna show you one very interesting line in this opening, which leads to black favor. So after bishop c4, this is the normal move of course, and the most popular continuation in this variation. We are developing our bishop on e7, and maybe you think that we're gonna castle very soon on the king's side, but that's not our idea in this opening now. After bishop e7, white is castling, he's securing his king on the side of the board, and now we are playing c6 with possibility of playing b5, striking on the queen side, because our idea is also to strike maybe sometimes on the queen side. a4 is the move which is not allowing us to play b5, but we are happy with that move exactly because now we took that tempo from the white, and we are playing our queen c7, developing move. Also queen is perfectly stays on c7, and that's simply our idea, just to develop our pieces in the right way. So after queen c7, sorry, there are also a lot of options for white, and the one is to play h3. Maybe in some future we're gonna develop our knight in some way, and we're gonna open our light square bishop, which is a very good piece in this opening because we can strike that knight on f3 and also pin the queen, which is not gonna be a happy pin for the white. So after h3 we are gonna play h6. We are also not allowing black dark square bishop, white's dark square bishop to come on g5, and there is one secret behind this move h6. I'm gonna show you in a couple of moves. After rook e1, for example, for white, also developing move and also protecting move in the center, we're gonna develop our knight on f8. We're gonna maneuver our knight on f8, and the idea of that knight is to come on g6 and then f4 in future, and also we are opening our bishop. Let's say white just continue his developing bishop e3, and now it's time for our attack. We are playing g5. g5 is very risky move also, and this opening is called black lion. As I told you, this pawn structure is called black lion. We are striking on the king's side because his king is staying on the side of the board. Our king is safe in the center, and that's our point of this opening. And this opening is very good for the blitz and rapid games. It can be also very good alternative in the standard games, because if you want to surprise your opponent in some positions. So this opening is very useful in the blitz and the rapid games especially. So what is the idea of g5? Of course it is the idea to attack the king, but also we have to be careful on white's counterplay. So that's why we are not allowing him to break in the center. If he tries to push this pawn, we're gonna miss it with c5. If he tries to take it, we're gonna retake, and we're gonna take control over this the open file. After that, for example, if he takes, then we're gonna take, and after that we're just gonna play bishop d7 and maybe long castle, and we're totally safe on the queen side there. So, but our idea is to play knight g6, knight f4, h5, g4, and just striking everything on the king side. What's happening next here? Let's go back. Let's say white plays bishop a2. This is also a useful move for white, but not in this moment, because he's giving us the tempo. So now we're gonna play knight g6 with the idea of knight f4, and now we're gonna strike on the king side. So let's say white plays queen d2. He wants to connect his rooks, and he's just simply ignoring our attack on the king side. He thinks that this attack is not the right one, so he thinks he's safe on the king side, but it's not. We're gonna play knight f4 now, and now the things is going in favor for us, because now we have a lot of choices here, a lot of ideas. We can maybe sacrifice our pieces there with bishop h3, knight h3, and this position is very tricky for white, because black has a lot of alternatives here and a lot of mating chases on the white kings. So let me show you one continuation that I played in one of my games. White in this position, he took his knight. He took my knight on f4, then I retake with my g pawn, and after that he played d5. And now I said, okay, thank you. You close this d file. You should open it, because the position is going to happen just in the king side. And now I can play c5, and I'm completely safe. My king is completely safe here in the center. So that was the problem for the white whole game, because he didn't have any chance to attack my king. And now what is my idea now? I'm gonna play rook g8, bishop d7, castle on the king side. I'm gonna double my rooks on the g file, and I'm gonna mate his king, which is very, very unsafe piece there. But you know, king is a very important piece in chess, and the only thing in chess you want to mate the white's king or the black's king. So the game continues something like knight b5. Then I move my queen back on d8. I'm gonna remove this knight from that b5 square, because knight on b5 is very annoying piece. And also I'm gonna prepare my mating ideas on the g file. So white tries to do something on the queen side, because he wants to counterattack on some of the board, because he can't do anything on this file. So he started with c3 with breaks with b4. First I wanted to kick this knight, because I want to place my queen on c7, then bishop again here on d7, and then to go in the queenside castle. I played a6, he played knight a3, and now I played rook g8 with the idea of taking bishop h3. I want to play some tactics here, and white, of course, he saw that tactic and he played king h1. And now I played bishop d7 again. I played bishop d7, and my idea is to play now queen c8, because I don't have time for queen c7 then castling, because he's gonna play b4 as soon as it's possible, because he doesn't have any good idea here. He played b4 here, and now I didn't want to capture that pawn, because it's gonna be messed up for me. I'm gonna open this file, c file, and that's not gonna be good for me. For example, I'm gonna show you, and now if I played queen c8, he's gonna play rook from a to c1, and that's gonna be a problem for me, because now I don't have idea to sacrifice my bishop there. So what did I done? I played b6 here, because b6 now is much more favor for me, because I'm not opening the c file, which is very important file for me. If he takes, I'm just gonna recapture, and now if he plays rook b1, I'm just gonna play queen c8, and that was happening in the game. And now I'm not scary about anything here. And he played knight c4 with idea, very good idea of playing knight b6. And you maybe think, how can I handle it? How can I protect that square? How can I play against it? No, I'm not playing defense here. I'm striking on the king side. I'm striking on the king side, and I'm sacrificing my bishop for the mate. And now, if he capture, I'm gonna mate him. This is checkmate. Knight h1 and queen g2, checkmate. So he saw it. He didn't took there. He played rook g1. But you know what happens next? Can you spot the move? Pause the video and spot the move. This is bishop g2. And now, if he takes with the rook, I'm gonna play queen h3. If he miss it, I'm gonna mate it. And he resigns here. I'm gonna show you what could happen if he takes with the rook. He take with the rook, I'm playing queen h3, and now he can't cover with the knight because I'm gonna capture the rook. You see, again mate. So he can play rook h2, and now queen f3 with the idea of mating here, and now he can't do anything again. It's again mate. So actually, the last move is king g1, but it's also mate on g2. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you like it. Please subscribe and like this video. Goodbye.